Hello and welcome back to Speak American. I'm your host, Austin. Now, if this is your first time visiting the channel and you're looking for advice on how to get your life together in hopes that one day the judge will let you see your kids again, this is probably not the right place. Unless somehow speaking better American English helps, in which case you are exactly where you need to be. Welcome. Alright, so first on our list we have a breeze. Now, as you may know, a breeze is that soft and gentle wind that blows across your face as you lay out on the beaches of the Bahamas. But it's also a word that can be used to refer to something that is simple or easy to accomplish. For example, that test was such a breeze. I was like literally done in 30 minutes. Now, if something was super easy, you could say it was easy breezy. And if you want to take that to the absolute next level, you could say it was easy breezy lemon squeezy. Now, you might also hear easy peasy or easy peasy lemon squeezy, which basically means the same thing as easy breezy or easy breezy lemon squeezy. Isn't English fun? Alright, next up we have to iron out the kinks or to work out the kinks. Okay, so a kink is like a wrinkle or a twist or a bend in something that should be otherwise flat or straight. And to iron out the kinks or to fix the kinks or to work out the kinks is to fix the problems with something. For example, like if you're preparing to give a speech on unusual sex preferences and you're practicing, and as you're practicing you're realizing that you need to reword a few things or some areas that just don't flow right or maybe you stutter through. All those little problems, those are kinks, and the process of you fixing those problems is you ironing out the kinks or working out the kinks. So if you didn't get it, the joke with this one is that a kink is also another word for a fetish, which is an unusual sex preference, like feet or handcuffs or role-playing or urbanized magical forest elves who are now like hipsters and, you know, live in the city and like play violin and like always smell like cherries and have lots of sweaters. Moving on. All right, so next up we have a series of phrases all around the word whack. All right, so to whack something means to hit something, like she whacked her brother in the face with a stick. To be whack is to be super crazy or super weird, but like in a bad way, like Firefest. That was whack. Or if your landlord tries to cheat you out of your security deposit by claiming that you damaged the apartment and stole the keys, that's whack. We also have wacky, which is also weird, but not in a bad way, more just like a strange and interesting and kind of quirky way. For example, my friend Ryan once wore a diaper, covered himself entirely in peanut butter, and pretended to be a baby in public. Love the guy to death, but he's a wacky dude. Or like if you get caught in a really weird or awkward situation that turns out all right in the end, you can say, whoa, that was a wacky experience. So finally we have to be whacked out, which means to be on drugs, and not the friendly kind. For example, if you ever find yourself walking around a main train station of a large city at 3 in the morning, it's likely you'll run across a few people who are just whacked out on different things, yelling at vending machines and like twitching a lot. Alright, so moving on, we have rusty. And if you are rusty at something, it means you're not as good as you used to be at doing that thing due to lack of practice. Yeah, I got fired a few years ago for malpractice, so I might be a little rusty, but ma'am, there's nothing to worry about. I think I still remember how to do an open heart surgery. Should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. So finally we have the phrase to know something off the top of your head, which means that you clearly remember some information and you can easily and accurately share it with someone if they ask you for it. For example, someone could ask you, hey, off the top of your head, do you remember the name of that fired surgeon who killed that lady in the black market surgical operation? And you could respond with something like, you know, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I could look it up and tell you. I do know one thing for certain though, that dude was whack. Alright folks, well that's a wrap. Thank you for watching this episode of Speak American. If you like this series and you think with more practice you might even be able to swing some visitation rights in the future, go ahead and subscribe and hit that little bell icon because that way you'll get notifications when I upload videos and then you can watch them, which is how this whole thing works. You can follow me on Facebook at Speak American. You can follow me on Instagram at Almost Austin, and there's other stuff I'm sure, but I don't remember it right now. Take care.